Get it? I was needing this though.
Ben, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
But I'll start with asking you, like, obviously, you're an Australian guy playing here in America. What was it like growing up in Australia? Like, give us a little bit of, like, what was it like growing up for you in your house, with your family, with your siblings? What was it like?
Well, I am the youngest of 6, big family, and we moved around a lot. So my dad played professionally, so he, you know, if he played in Newcastle, which was about a 2-hour flight from Melbourne, then we'd travel and move there. So I moved around a lot when I was younger.
Got it. And how did that come about? How did moving to America come about?
So Mom didn't want me to go, and then I had my sister Emily out here who kind of pushed it. So I told her I want to go, and we made it happen. So I ended up going to Montverde Academy.
Yep. And why did you want to come to America?
So I went to a few camps before I came out, and nobody knew me. But by the time I got back to Australia, everybody, you know, was talking about me from videos and, you know, Twitter, social media. So once that started to happen, I just felt comfortable, and I felt like I needed to be over here to develop my game.
And did you feel like you wanted that competition that was here?
Definitely.
You wanted the stage.
So I look at the high school rankings that have, you know, top 100, top 50, and my name would never be there because I wasn't playing in the States.
Because you were in Australia.
Right, yeah. So once I came over, I was like, I'm being number one.
Your senior year in high school, you started to document your senior year, correct?
Yeah.
And was that your idea? Where did that thinking come from?
So that came from my sister, and then we sat down and talked about it, and it was green light. So from, say, halfway through my senior year, that's when we really started filming.
Yeah, and you filmed the whole...
All the way until the draft.
All the way up into the draft. And when I look at that, I think about it like it's either two ways you were thinking. Either that was a business decision, like I want to make this because I know it'll sell and we can, it became a Showtime doc, or there's something you wanted to show. Like, I want to take people on this journey. I want to show something. Which one was it?
It was more about showing people the lifestyle that student athletes live, and it's not how they think it is and how it should be. Yep. So it was more about just exposing that. So
obviously after Montverde, you went to LSU. You were out open about being one and done. Like, I'm here for 1 year and I'm out. So is there even a point to go to college for that 6 or 7 months?
I mean, if we didn't, a lot of people would be losing money. Yeah. So I think that's the main reason. Obviously NCAA, if they didn't have the stars coming through, then people wouldn't be watching.
If I was as talented as you, would I see a point in that 6 or 7 months of being there?
And I think no. I think I would have learned a lot more being around professional athletes. Looking at it now, I don't even really know what I learned financially or just being a person at LSU. I think I've learned a lot more with this whole year being in Philly and being a pro than I did at LSU. So
when you arrived at LSU, did they have your jerseys like in the bookstore?
Jersey everywhere. They had billboards. And before I got there, they had it's like a saying that said 25 is coming. So they couldn't put your name there, but they can put your number. And everybody knew I was number 25. So.
Was the billboard like on campus?
All around Louisiana.
Oh, the whole state, everywhere?
Yeah. Wow.
And it was kind of portrayed as like, he's gonna be the savior of LSU, he's coming. At what point did it start to bother you?
I think when they started asking more of me, more photo shoots and just meeting with them with certain things I had to do during the day. Like I'd have class and then go lift, go practice, and then, oh, Ben, you gotta stay and do media and the photo shoot. So I'd be kind of annoyed, like, what am I getting out of this? So when you saw the billboards, how did that make you feel about the business of college sports? Like, what did you feel like the business of this is about? It's dirty business. Yeah. So you just had to, I mean, you had to put up with it. But at the same time, it just taught me a lot. You know, I have an image and people wanted to use that, but now I have the opportunity to control that and what I do and who I work with. So, I mean, it helped me. At the same time, I felt it was really sneaky, kind of. Do you think eventually that's something you want to take on and talk about? Like, how do we fix this in America, this AAU? I think I want to do it while I'm playing. Do you? I don't think I want to leave it, you know, until I'm done. I think I want to do it while I'm playing. In some way help. Even with the documentary, I felt like that was the start of it. At what point for you did it hit you like financially life has changed for me? In taxes. For sure. At what point did that hit you like, I'm gonna get $1 million? Right, I said $1 million, you get 500,000. So you gotta pay fees and things like that. So everyone has to pay Texas, so.
But was there a moment for you, like, when your name got called, that you went like, I finally, like, I'm making a lot of money to play basketball?
I don't think it was just one point. There's a lot of different situations, from the Nike deal to going through it with my financial advisor and just looking at the numbers. I think that's when I was kind of like, wow, this is a lot of money.
What was the thing you bought that you regret the most?
There's a few things.
Like what?
I had 2 Savannah cats.
Yeah, by the way, I mean,
I had to get rid of them though. They were crazy.
are they expensive, those things?
So I had one that was around 4,000, and then I got a male who was second generation. He's third generation. He was 6,000. The grandparent of that is a serval, which is a cat. I think it's like this big.
Yeah.
And it's actual wild cat.
And they mix it with domestic cats.
Yeah.
Got it.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I seen you with that on social media. I'm like, I don't know if this is an Australian thing.
No, it was a bad
But
purchase.
like, I was like, is this guy running a zoo? Maybe, you know, because for us in America, our exposure to Australia is like Outback, and may rest in peace the crocodile hunters. So I'm like, well, maybe this is how Australians live.
No. No, it's definitely not how we live.
What made you get those
I just
cats?
love animals.
You love all animals.
Yeah.
Got it. And is there one decision business-wise for you at a young age that stuck out to you that was like, that was the best business decision I made?
Probably firing my last advisor, financial
First advisor.
Yeah.
Wasn't the person you wanted around.
No, and that was when I was really like, I really need to get this together before, it gets worse.
For young people, that's a hard thing to do.
Oh yeah.
And is it your goal to grow the sport of basketball in Australia as you play?
Definitely. I think there's a lot of kids, very talented kids back home, and they understand the game and play it the right way. Once they get over to the States and play against American kids or whoever it is, that there'll be a lot more Australian players in the league.
Ben, appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having
Enjoy
me.
your trip to Australia. Thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate it.